Mahaganapatim Manasa Smarami Mahadeva Mudam Shirasa Namami Mahaganapatim Manasa Smarami.
It is all clay, understand? It is all clay. Differences are there. Who says they are not different? All these additions. Do not make an addition to clay. They are all mithya. Therefore, even the Shakti that you add to Brahman, you see in Brahman, that Shakti also ontologically is mithya. Because the word mithya is an ontological word. The Shastra uses the word sadeva satyam, anyat sarvam, mithya vacharambanam vikaro, namadeyam, and therefore sadeva satyam, that is originally presented as the vastu, that alone is satyam. That word satyam is always to be understood in terms of mithya. Because there is mithya, we have to use the word satyam. Sad eva satyam, Brahma eva satyam. And therefore, so that Shakti is what we say, Maya. And that Maya itself should be, because it's a causal status, the entire Jagat becomes undifferentiated, unmanifest, from where everything comes to manifest. And naturally, therefore, Avyakta is another word for Maya. And that Maya or Avyakta, that really with reference to which alone, Brahman is all-knowing and therefore Ishvara. Brahman is Ishvara. Or Ishvara is Brahman, we can say. When you say Ishvara is the Brahman, is the cause of everything, we mean Ishvara is the cause of everything. Both the maker, material, cause, whatever material you say, is one alone, and it is manifest. And therefore, we are not proposing any other thing here, because the Jagat being mithya, therefore mithyatvam is there in also in the status of cause. Therefore, causal status for Brahman is mithya. The causal status for Brahman is what? Mithya. And similarly, when I say here, the clay is the cause for pot. The pot is mithya. And therefore, the causal status for the clay is also mithya. Then what is satyam? Clay is satyam. You will not find in the clay any causal status. Understand? That's why in consciousness there is only consciousness. There is nothing. But when you look at it through anything, subject-object situation, then you find Ishvara. The same Brahman is in the form of subject-object Ishvara. If you say I am subject and this is object, that is what? Jiva and the Jagat. But then if you say both Jiva, mean whatever that makes me a Jiva and Jagat is all one Ishvara, if you say, then you understand the Ishvara is not someone who is beyond Brahman, because Ishvaraha, if you say that Ishvaraha, that Ishvaratvam is mithya, and Ishvaratvam belongs to whom? Brahman. Therefore, Ishvaratvam is mithya, Brahman is satyam. Similarly, Jivatvam is mithya, and Brahman is satyam. Understand? Therefore, two mithya we have got. One is Jivatvam, small little fellow, Jivatvam. The other is what? Ishvaratvam, total. Ishvaratvam is mithya, Jivatvam is mithya. The difference between the Jivatvam and Ishvaratvam is what? Satyam? Is satyam or mithya? Is also mithya. The difference is mithya. If the difference is mithya, then what is satyam? What is satyam? What is satyam is non-difference is satyam, correct? The non-difference is satyam. Therefore, tattvamasi. This is just by the way, okay? So here, because this is what we say, Ishvara, being everything, and therefore, Prasada buddhi is something that you can have. In the wake of this knowledge, it is possible. When I told all this to one bhakta in Bombay, and this fellow said, Swamiji, I understand you, I think properly. Hereafter, I am going to take everything as prasada. In the process, I will be able to neutralize my raga and dvesha. Why? Because raga is to acquire and retain. If I am not able to acquire it for all my efforts, I will take it as prasada. Therefore, the raga is neutralized. Raga cannot create any havoc in me. I have no problem. I don't make a judgment I am a failure or anything. Dvesha also I try to avoid. I am not able to avoid, I accept it and I do whatever I can do. And therefore, so this also, I will take it as it is, as prasada. And thereby dvesha is neutralized and it cannot do any harm to me. And by living my life like this, neutralizing my raga dvesha, my life itself is going to manifest my raga dvesha in terms of activities and so on. And as I face results, I take them as they are with prasada buddhi. This is an excellent thing. I can neutralize all my raga dvesha. Swamiji, this is good. And really speaking, I tell you one thing. I have a great raga, one raga. What is that raga? Raga for the money of my neighbor. Bombay fellow. Both these two fellows are living in the Juhu scheme. Only there you can have houses on the ground. You can't have otherwise houses there. House is always in the air. And somewhere, floor, 7th floor, 10th floor, 28th floor. And this fellow, there you have got an apartment. In Juhu scheme, you can have your own small little house. At that time, when the scheme was introduced, they all bought. This fellow has got one small house. And neighbor is another fellow. Both of them are in only one floor they have, or 1 + 1 floor. They are there. And this guy says, Swamiji, my neighbor has got tremendous amount of, lot of money he has got. He is rich. And he is not only rich, he is on a big ego trip. I hate the fellow. He always talks about his money. He always, this brandishes his money, and he doesn't even ask you, please come. He always asks you, please come. Because he has got all these rings, with all this studded, what we call stones, etc. He calls you, please come, etc. Fellow, it just makes me angry when I look at him. Therefore, I have got a dvesha towards him, but I have a raga for his money. And I know he has got this lot of unaccounted money called Krishna in Bombay. Real. Rama is accounted money, Krishna is unaccounted money. Krishna is black, so unaccounted money. Rama opens the deal, Krishna clinches the deal. So both Rama and Krishna are necessary in Bombay. For buying anything, you must have Rama money, you must have Krishna money, both monies. He has got too much Krishna. And I know he is keeping it in biscuits, in golden biscuits. Understand? Golden biscuits. All like this. Biscuits in India, cookies are called biscuits. And so he has got all these golden biscuits, bars. And I know where he is keeping in the ground floor. He's got a solid iron safe. There he is keeping it. But I know the combination lock. I have really done this. When he was opening with all the secret camera, I have taken all pictures and I know exactly how to open this. No problem. And another thing, for the past 3 months I have been working daily 1 hour in the night. And I have made a cave. You know, what do you call that? Made a tunnel. I have made a tunnel. Another 1 hour I work today, I will be up in the room. In his room. Tonight I am going to rob that fellow. I have sent my wife and children to a safe place. Even to you I will not give the address. And today I am going to rob him and I will go away. Okay, what is the idea? See, now I happen to listen to you. I had some guilt and all that, and I listened to you. I came to your lecture and I listened to you. I always worried whether I should continue with this or not, or should I just fill it up and then forget it. But now, after listening to you, I am encouraged. Because, you see, after all, karma niyava adhikaraha me, I have got a choice only over my action. I chose to rob the fellow. I have a choice, no doubt. But over the result, I don't have a choice. Because, so when I go there and open, I may not get all that gold. Equal expectation may not be there, expected to my expectation may not be there, equal to my expectation. Or I may get more. Some currency also I may get. Gold I will get. Currency also I will get. Prasada. Equal. Prasada I will take. Less than what I expected. I didn't have that much gold. I got only some currency. Okay. Less than what I expected. Prasada. Suppose I get caught and beaten up, etc. Prasada. I will take it as prasada. Do you think that I am a karma yogi? You know, I take it as prasada. Do you think I am a karma yogi? Lord Krishna says elsewhere, Same bhaktaha, Same priyaha. He says he is very beloved to me. Such a bhakta, such a karma yogi. Therefore, Krishna knew this kind of Bombayites, he knew, and therefore he said, Yoga karmasu kausalam swadharme nidhanam shreyaha paradharmo bhayavaha. All that he has talked about, it is yoga karmasu kausalam satyanna pramaditavyam kushalat na pramaditavyam. Thus in the Veda as well as in the Gita, kushalata is there because right and wrong are not always black and white. You need to be a kushala, an expert in understanding what is right and wrong. If you don't have the expertise, then go to somebody who has the expertise and learn from that person until you learn how to interpret what is right and wrong. The basis of the interpretation is what is very critical for human life, is what I say, dharma, a universal structure. And the structure is what I don't want you do to me and what I want you to do to me. That is exactly what is wanted by the other, and therefore we have a common structure. I don't want to get hurt, nobody wants to get hurt. Talk to anybody, even mosquito doesn't want to get hurt. But all the human beings don't want to get hurt. I don't want to be robbed, nobody wants to be robbed. I don't want to be cheated, nobody wants to be cheated. I don't want to be lied to, nobody wants to be lied to. I want others to be sympathetic, understanding and giving. Whenever I am in trouble, I want some help. Others need the same thing from me. Therefore, we have a universal structure. Correct? Educated, uneducated, so-called tribal, all of them you talk to, all have the same answer. If that is so, we have a universal structure. That universal structure cannot be created by a human being. No human being can make a structure like this and make it known to all people. That is not possible. With all your machinery of good news, etc., you cannot do that. It is universal. Why? Because it is not taught by a human being. It is sensed by the common sense of a human being. It is sensed. Like gravitation is sensed by every monkey and every bird, every human being is sensed. No monkey is taught. You are born a monkey. Do you remember? The mother monkey is talking to a baby monkey. Remember, the baby monkey is sitting and listening. You are a monkey. I will be jumping from tree to tree. You should hold on to me. Never leave me. If you leave me, you will fall down. One small monkey asked, Mom, what is falling down? Falling down, you will fall down. From the tree, you will fall down. You go down. What will happen? You will get hurt. What is hurt? You won't be there. What is that? Baby monkey is asking. And then this mother monkey picked up this monkey. This is what is. Dead already. Understand? How are you going to teach these babies? Even the elders, how are you going to teach? These monkeys know. Like only monkeys know gravitation. Nobody knows gravitation as well as the monkeys do. For their dear life, they hold on to the mother. And mother goes on jumping, knowing full well, my baby will never leave me. Okay? That is its strength. That is its confidence and trust. It knows my baby, monkey baby will have a monkey grip. Mother knows. This is called monkey grip. Who nobody taught. It has got to be so. Otherwise, it will be a defect in creation. Human being is given the faculty of choice. They are not programmed totally. There is some programming, dumb programming for the physical body. And it is necessary, that programming. And therefore, so it goes on, packing up donuts everywhere. But it is programmed. But that programming, leave alone. So you make choices. You make choices. You can adapt to that programming. You can avoid certain programming, etc. You can work within that programming a lot of things. That's what we do all the time. We don't outwit the program. We don't rewrite the program. We always try to adjust to the program. That capacity to make choices is only with the human being. And the human being must exercise that choice. He has no choice. And that is open. That is sensed by that structure, which is the basis for choices, that common structure on which we interact, on the basis of which we interact, is commonly sensed by all. Therefore it is common. It is called saamanya dharma, which gets interpreted in situations. And therefore, it's not mere knowledge of right and wrong which is there is enough. You must have kushalata. And the dharma is for us Ishvara. That is why dharma conformity itself is a purushartha. Is an end to be accomplished. And if that accomplishment is there, that itself is a great thing. And therefore, dharma is a purushartha, is only in the Vedic dharma you have. All others talks about mandates, do's and don'ts and punishments. Dharma is common sense born. It is there. You have to conform to it. And that's not easy because raga, dvesha, pressure. You understand now why it is not possible. Whenever it is convenient, you will tell the truth. You will tell the truth. The fellow bought this property. This property he bought, then afterwards he learned he had paid more. $25,000 more I have paid. He can't sleep. That he could be dumb. So dumb that he paid. Of course his wife is not going to leave him alone. Why did you consult me? You should have consulted me. I know exactly in the neighborhood what are the prices. I knew. Why didn't you ask me? Why didn't you sign? Okay, you were in India, therefore I didn't ask you. You should have phoned me. These days phones are available, email is available. Problem, he can't sleep. He is not allowed to sleep. It can be both ways, understand? It's not always woman, please understand. Now, what I say, so now this is done. The fellow feels guilty. And then a friend of his comes and asks, I'm told that you bought the house there in that neighborhood. Yes. You see, I got a new job and I'm very near. And are you going to sell that house? I was told that it's for investment. Yeah, it was for investment. I'm going to sell the house. I will give you just the amount and plus something, whatever. And you please give it to me. Sure. Whatever you give is okay. This is the price I bought for. He tells the truth. Only truth. Nothing but truth. But he doesn't say that I paid 25,000 extra. That truth he doesn't tell. This is what I bought for. Which is fair. This is I bought for. Now telling the truth is very convenient, correct? Yeah, that fellow is not married, therefore he is not going to have a problem. Understand? And therefore, it is okay. It is okay, he can buy that. So what I say, so he tells the truth. If it is convenient, you will tell the truth. There is no problem. You always go for your convenience. That's all. Telling the truth is not a problem, as long as it is paying to me. And if I can get extra 25,000 rupees by telling a lie, then I have a conflict. He is my friend. Should I tell a lie or not? Should I tell a lie or not? Should I tell a lie or not? I need some help. Okay? Somebody gives a help. Hey, these days there are no lies or truth. There is only money. There is only wit. We have to go by our wits. If somebody is there who can give you more money, he doesn't deserve to have it. You should get it. Correct? What a philosophy, you know. If he gives you more money and that fellow doesn't deserve to have that money, that's why you are getting it. If you don't get it, somebody else is going to get it. This is an excellent approach. Somebody is going to get it. And therefore, if you are a witted person, you must get it before the other gets it. Get it. Tell him a lie, so what? What is a lie after all? Lie is nothing. It's a part of this, business. That's how it is. We tell lies, and this is called diplomacy. Whole nations tell lies. This is called diplomatic methods. That's how diplomacy is full of lies. Lies and spies and things like that. We spy each other. We accept it. It's all accepted. Spying. You allow these things. Amazing. So we have created, therefore, it's not a lie or anything, it's okay. Then he needed that help. When he got that help, he tells a lie. Understand now. What I say, that it is, when it hurts me in any manner, then alone or it benefits me, then I go against dharma. This dharma is not unknown to us. The assimilation of dharma against my own raga-dveshas, well, in terms of raga-dveshas, is always questionable. How much I know, how much I have assimilated. The knowledge that I have, is it assimilated? Has it gone into the fibers of my thinking, of my being? That I do not know. Why? Because my raga-dveshas gain the upper hand, therefore I go against the dharma. For us, dharma is a manifestation of Ishvara. Like everything else, gravitation is manifestation, which all of us sense. Similarly, dharma is a manifestation. Why? Because we all sense. If we sense something, it is already there. Only human heads have got dharma. Only human heads must have that dharma, on the basis of which they make choices. We all have dharma. That is a manifest. For us, dharma is not an idea. It is a solid manifestation of Ishvara in our head. Understand that? That is why when you do the right thing, there is so much joy. Because you are in touch with Ishvara, the whole. Ishvara means whole. And when you are in touch with the whole, you are the whole. You don't rub against the whole. The whole absorbs you. And therefore, there is joy, there is wholeness. That is, whole Gita talks about this beauty. The beauty of this kind of living. Ishvara is Dharma Swarupa. He is manifest in the form of dharma. And the other side is called karma, law of karma. And therefore, so swadharme nidhanam shreyaha. Even it amounts to my dying away. Holding on, upholding to dharma, it is better. Better than going against dharma. Therefore, yoga karmasu kaushalam. So you have to have the other definition with reference to the means of achievement also. Recognize Ishvara. Whether what you have chosen is exactly what you would expect others choose. You would approve of others, especially when you are going to be the victim. Therefore, our Bombayite is told, will you like to be robbed? When you rob the fellow and going away, another fellow is still waiting there for you to do the job. And then he knocks you off and goes away. What are you going to do? You can't go to the police. You will go with the gun in hand, chasing the fella, correct? That's how it is. And therefore, so this, what you don't want others do to you, you don't do it to others. So you are free from conflict. You are in touch with Ishvara. This is yoga again. This is where the concept of duty comes. What is proper, what is improper, what is appropriate, what is inappropriate. Even that inappropriate action also hurts somebody. And therefore, what is appropriate, inappropriate? Like this, we try to conform. That is called yoga. You try to conform to what is right, dharma. And thus is yoga karmasu kaushalam. From this we understand there is no end which can justify means. There is no such noble end which can justify means. This is human. When we have a human, what you call human common sense born structure of values, and that can be flouted with a smile on your face only when your theology has indoctrinated you. That's why I say these religions are dangerous to the society. We don't need them unless they change their theology. There should be a common dharma. The one who doesn't follow that particular religion, he deserves to die. That's not acceptable. I am fighting for this. Okay. In all these conferences, this is what I am trying to make them understand. Nobody understands. That's a problem. Again, theology. All theology. That change in thinking is so important that you respect the universal value structure so that all our, whatever religious pursuits, everything, so they conform to that structure, and then whatever you do is fine. There we need not change anybody. It's okay. So whatever person believes has got a right to believe, that's fine, no problem. Those who are really interested to know, they let them know. So there is no pressure to convert all the people to one type of thinking. We don't have that pressure. Even though it would be nice if all of them see the truth of what they are doing. But that's not the pressure. But the common, this structure of values is very, very important. There are no double standards. One for the faithful, and the other for the people who do not follow our faith. That should not be acceptable, because that is against human, what we call human dharma. The dharma that a human being must have and has already, born of common sense. And it is disturbed by a theology. Understand? That has to be confirmed by your theology. That has to be nursed and nourished by theology. We should help the human being to assimilate those values so that they live spontaneously or deliberately a life conforming to dharma. And therefore, the second definition, yoga karmasu kausalam. Thereby what happens? Even though there is a pressure from your raaga dvesha, you go by what is right and wrong. That is where the duty comes into the picture. Duty means what is to be done in this situation. I don't like it, please do it. I like what is not to be done, but don't do it. This is what is called. That means your raaga dveshas subserve dharma, not you. Your dharma subserves raaga dvesha. That is where the growth is. So that's a growth. It's not that everybody is able to conform, but one strives to conform. That striving is karma yoga. The striving to conform to dharma, and that is called a life of karma yoga. That puts you on the top of raaga dvesha in time. It is not one-time job. It is life job. Therefore, life itself is yoga. So in this, your parentage and the motherhood, fatherhood, what I say, so that and also, so marriage, etc., everything becomes yoga for us. There is no bad marriage if it is yoga. If it is not yoga, there is no good marriage either. Every marriage is bad. If it is yoga, it is not, there is no bad marriage. Every marriage is good. It's only yoga.
Mahaganapatin manasa smarami Mahadeva mudam shirasa namami Mahaganapatin manasa smarami.